Hi, everyone.
Hi, Mr. Diamond.
Hello. Sorry, I've been running around a little bit. But hello, everyone, and welcome to the ASIJ Theater. And my name is Damon J. Shearer. I am the middle and high school drama teacher and film teacher here at ASIJ. Can you all hear me without the microphone?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. That means my college degree has worked. So, we are so happy to have you all here and to celebrate our first annual drama festival. So this evening, our 7th and 8th grade drama students will be presenting some selected pieces for you all. This is a celebration and culmination of our work studying the dramatic arts this year at ASIJ. So we are so happy that you all can be here to support our kids. And so without further ado, I want to welcome our 7th grade drama class.
Hi, my name is James Mandaloff, and I'm a part of the 7th grade drama class. There will be 2 Drama 7 performances today. Our first performance will be from Nadja Petresky. Her performance is called Silica Packet. It is a monologue about a very weird kid who finds a silica packet. In case you're not aware, a silica packet is one of those little desiccant packets of beads that says "do not eat." It dehumidifies the air inside bags of chips, or electronics, or brand new shoes.
Silica gel packet, do not eat. Why? How can this little baggie tell me what I can and can't eat? I'll eat whatever I want to eat. Frogs, glue, you name it. Like that time I ate dirt from the school playground. That wasn't because Mandy Packwood said not to eat it because I get sick and yada yada. No. I ate that dirt because I wanted to. Or that time I tried my dog Roscoe's food. Sure, Mom was horrified, but let me tell you, it's better than her tuna casserole. This little packet issue, I'm gonna have to call customer service. Hello, Carol. I have a problem with one of your shoe boxes. Well, Caroline, there was a packet in one of the boxes that said, and I quote, Carolina, silica gel packet do not eat, end quote. And, well, Carol, I feel that's being a little bit controlling. Some might call that how you say communism, and I just feel as Hello? You know what? Forget it. I'm eating this thing if it's the last thing I do. Okay. Maybe sometimes there's a reason for warning labels on things. But there isn't a warning label on Roscoe's dog food can. So next time we have tuna casserole.
Naja for that wonderful performance. My name is Cameron Eve, and our next performance will be a scene from William Shakespeare's The Merchant of Venice. The scene is very complicated, so it takes some explaining. So listen up. This scene is from Act 3, Scene 3, and it takes place on the waterfront called the Rialto. In this scene, Bassanio, who will be played by Ruby Ryberg, is trying to borrow money from Shylock, a Jewish moneylender. Shylock, who is played by Liam Gottfriedson, is reluctant to lend the money because 3,000 ducats back then is worth thousands of monies in today's money. To secure the loan, Bassanio's friend Antonio, who will assist him. If the loan does not get repaid, Antonio, played by Ollie Silver, has to suffer the penalty. The only trouble is Shylock hates Antonio, and the feeling is mutual.
3,000 ducats?
Well, I serve for 3 months.
For 3 months? Well,
For the which, as I told you, Antonio shall be bound.
Antonio shall become bound.
Well, will you stead me? Will you pledge me? Shall I know your answer?
3,000 ducats for 3 months, and Antonio bound.
Your answer to that.
Antonio is a good man.
Have you heard any imputation to the contrary?
Oh, no. My meaning into saying that he is a good man is to have you understand that he is sufficient. Yet his means are in supposition. He hath an argosy bound to the Tripolies, another to the Indies. I understand, moreover, upon the Rialto. He hath a third to Mexico, a fourth to England, and other ventures he hath squandered abroad. But ships about board, sailors but many. There be water rats and water thieves and land thieves and water thieves. I mean pirates. And then there's the barrels of waters and winds and rocks. The man is, notwithstanding, sufficient. 3,000 ducats. I think I may take his bond.
You're sure you may?
I will be assured I may, and that I may be assured I will bethink me. May I speak with Antonio?
If it please you to dine with us.
Yes, to smell pork, to eat the habitation which your prophet, the Nazarite, conjured the devil into. I will walk with you, talk with you, buy with you, sell with you, and so following. But I will not eat with you, drink with you, nor pray with you. Oh, what news on the Rialto? Who is he comes here?
This is Signe Antonio.
Oh, like a fine publican he looks. I hate him. He is a Christian. But moreover that in the low simplicity, he lends out money gratis and brings on the rate of usage here with us in Venice. If I can catch him once upon the hip, I'll feed him the fat and ancient grudge I bear him. He hates our sacred nation, and he rails, even there where most merchants do congregate, about my bargains and my well-won thrift, which he calls interest. Cursed be my tribe if I forgive him.
Shylock, do you hear?
I am debating of my present store, and by the near guess of my memory, I cannot raise up a full 3,000 ducats. What of that? A Tubal, a wealthy Hebrew of my tribe will furnish me. But, soft, how many months did you desire? Rest you, fair good senor, your worship was the last man in our mouths.
Shylock, albeit I neither lend nor borrow by giving nor taking of excess. Yet to supply the right wants, my friend, I shall break a custom. Is he possessed? How much you would?
Aye, 3,000 ducats.
And for 3 months.
And for 3 months, you told me so. Well then, your bond. But here, methought you said you neither lend nor borrow upon advantage.
I do never use it.
When Jacob grazed his uncle.
And what of him? Did he take interest?
No, not interest as you would directly say interest. Mark what Jacob did.
This was a venture, sir, that Jacob served for. A thing not in his power to bring to pass, but swayed fashioned by the hands of heaven. Was this intended to make interest good, or is your gold and silver ewes and rams?
I cannot tell. I make it breed as fast. But no, me senor.
Argue this, Bassanio. The devil can take scripture for his purpose, an evil soul, producing holy witnesses like a villain, with a smiling, a goodly apple, rotten to the heart. Oh, what a goodly outside false cap.
3,000 ducats for 3 months. 3 months from 12. Well then, let me see. Great.
Well, Shylock, shall we be beholding to you?
Signor Antonio, many a time and oft upon the Rialto you have rated me, but by monies and my usances. Still have I borne it with a patient shrug, for sufferance is the badge of all our tribe. You call me misbeliever, cutthroat dog, and you spat on my Jewish gabardine and all for the use which is mine own. It now seems that you need my help. Go to then. You come to me and you say, Shylock, we would have monies. You say so, you let it void your room upon my beard. And foot me as you spurn a stranger cur over your threshold. Money is your suit. What should I say to you? Shall I not say, hath that dog money? Or is it possible a cur can lend a full 3,000 ducats? Or shall I bend low in a bondman's key with bated breath, whisper in humbleness, say, fair good Signor, you spat on me on Wednesday last, you spurred me on such a day. Another time you called me dog, and for these courtesies I will lend you thus much monies.
I'm as like to call thee so again, to spend on thee again, to spur me to, if thou livest money lend it on. As to thy friends, for what is friendship? Take a breed for bear and medal of his friend, but lend it rather to thine enemy, who, if you break, thou mayst, without a face, exact the penalty.
Why, look at you storm. I would be friends with you, and have your love. Forget the shames you have stained me with. Supply your present wants, and take no doit of my nuisance of monies. And you will not hear of me. This is kind I offer.
This were kindness.
This kindness I will show. Go with me to a notary's and seal me there your single bond. And in a merry sport, if you repay me, not on such a day, in such a place, such sums that are expressed in the condition, let the forfeiture be nominated an equal pound of your fair flesh to be taken it from whatever part of your body that pleaseth me.
Content in faith, I'll seal such a bond, and say that there's much kindness in the Jew. You'll not seal such a bond for me, I'll rather dwell on my necessity. Why, fear not, man, I will not forfeit it within these 2 months. That's a month before this bond expires. I do expect a return of thrice 3 times the value of this bond.
Oh, Father Abram, but these Christians, whose own hard dealings teaches them suspect in the thoughts of others. If he should break his day, what should I gain by the exaction of the forfeiture? A pound of a man's flesh is not so estimable, profitable neither, as muttons, beefs, or goats. I say, to buy his favor, I extend this friendship, and for my love, I pray you, wrong me not.
Yes, Shylock, I'll seal him to this bond.
Then go with me to the notary's and give him direction to this merry bond. I will go press the ducat straight, see to my house of the left of the fearful God of the unthrifty knave, and presently I'll be with you.
Hi thee, gentle Jew. The Hebrew will turn Christian, he grows kind. I like not fair turns in a villain's mind. Come on, in this there can be no dismay. My ships come home, I'm on before the day.
All right. Give it up one more time for 7th grade. 8th grade, please don't set your stage. 8th grade, don't set your stage. So while 8th grade is moving like stage ninjas, quietly and swiftly to set up their play. I want to give some special thanks. Very good. So I don't teach drama alone here in our middle school. 7th grade is taught in co-taught with Mr. De Leon. Mr. De Leon. Mr. De Leon. And Mr. Mucker. So I want to thank them both for being wonderful colleagues here in my first year at ASIJ, and so it's been a great pleasure working with them. Also, we want to thank ASIJ TV, Ty Dirksey, for making sure that our families who are not able to be here are able to enjoy and celebrate this festival with us. Thank you, ASIJ TV. Our wonderful administration, Ms. Curtis and Mr. Vermeer, for their support of our programming. And my colleagues in the Performing Arts Department, our music department, and our choir department we share this space and we work together. And so I thank you all for your support and cooperation. And then, of course, our theater manager, David Neal, who works tirelessly for our spaces to be functional. So we want to thank Mr. Neal for all of his work. So I'm going to go help them get set up. You all have one quick moment and chat among yourselves about how wonderful 7th grade was. All right, so in 8th grade drama, we focus a lot on ensemble. At the very beginning of the year, at the beginning of each of our projects, our students learn about not just being on stage, but all the work that happens behind the stage. And the students then apply for a job either as an actor or stage manager, set, props, costumes. And so they have then built and designed all the sets, props, and costumes that you see here today, that I'm adjusting because, I want to make sure it looks great. All right. So they have done all that designing, but they have not only just designed the show and built the show, they also have directed the show. And so please welcome, with a warm applause, our director of Goldilocks on Trial, Hana Nakamura.
Hi, I'm Hana Nakamura, and I directed this 8th grade drama play happening today. Both the cast and crew has been working on this play since March or April, and we've been working really hard on it, so I hope you enjoy the show. This play is called Goldilocks Trial.
Oys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, distinguished guests, and my mother. All rise for his most esteemed and respected worthiness, Judge Hugo T. Wallaby.
Be seated, you're out, waiter, order, nothing. What case do we have today?
Your Honor, today we have the people versus Miss Goldilocks, who is accused of breaking and entering with malice aforethought and premeditation in the first degree.
A most serious charge. Very well, I find the defendant guilty and sentence her to 30 years in prison. Court adjourned.
Your Honor, we must have the trial first. Otherwise, the people would want their $3 back.
Well, we can't have that. Very well, Melvin. Let's proceed with the trial of Goldilocks. What was that?
Dramatic music, Your Honor.
Stop it, makes me nervous.
Let's start with the lawyers.
Your Honor, representing the people today is myself, District Attorney Wallace Muffinhead. And I can assure Your Honor that I will need only a short time to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Goldilocks committed this vicious deed.
Muffinhead? What kind of goofy name is Muffinhead? Who's not the lawyer?
It is I, Your Honor, Fiona Wombat, attorney at law. And may I say how happy I am that we have a real swell judge like you to hear our case.
Well, cheese and crackers. You're not gonna win this case by buttering me up, Wombat. I'll make up my own mind about if Cinderella's guilty or innocent.
Goldilocks, Your Honor. Cinderella was last week.
Oh, she got what she deserved anyways, you know, running around stealing pumpkins and slippers. Oh, anyways, bring in Goldilocks. I said stop with that dramatic music. Now listen here, and that includes all you kiddies out in the audience. This is a courtroom and a place of law. And so long as I am judge of this court, order will be maintained. I will deal firmly with any disruptions or inappropriate behavior.
Your Honor, may I request a sidebar?
Sure, bailiff, give her a metal pole or something and please go deal with Goldilocks.
No, Your Honor. I believe the district attorney would like to have a word with you.
Oh, I know that. But judge, for God's sake, I'm fining you $50 for contempt in court. Bailiff,
Yes, Your Judgeness.
where's my hammer thing?
Your hammer thingy is under your comic book, Your Worship, next to the pork rinds.
Thank you, Melvin. Now let's get this trial started. Miss Muffinhead, you may make your opening statements to the jury.
Members of the jury, you see here before you today an innocent-looking young lady. But do not be deceived by her looks. Oh no, for this young woman, known to the whole world as Goldilocks, is the most horrible, awful, and nasty criminal on the face of the planet. She ruthlessly, and with wanton disregard for law, broke into the house of a peaceful and lovable family of bears. You will hear how, to this day, this family of bears remains shattered and distraught by this tragedy. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it is your solemn duty to make sure that nasty criminals like Goldilocks can never threaten peaceful bears or any other animal ever again. I ask you to find Goldilocks guilty of breaking and entering so we can lock her up behind bars for the rest of her life.
Well, I didn't understand a single word you said, and it was pretty boring too. Maybe the defense lawyer, Miss Wombat, can do something better. Wombat, please go.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I know that all of us have read and heard a great deal about this case. We've studied the newspaper accounts, read the books, seen the movies, surfed the website, skimmed the comic strip, and listened to the CD. But for the first time today, you will hear the true story of Goldilocks. It is not a tale of a vicious criminal, but rather a sad tale of an innocent girl accused of a crime that she did not commit. Accused of a crime that she could not commit because she is the most sweetest, most lovable, most wonderful girl in the whole wide world. And I'm sure that after hearing this testimony in this case, you will have no choice but to declare her not guilty. I thank you.
Well, that was not any better than the first one. Bailiff, when are we going to see some action?
In about 3 pages, Your Honor.
Good. We meet when it's time. Miss Muffinetta, you may call your first witness.
Your Honor, the people call Mr. Papa Bear to the stand.
Papa Bear to the stand. Repeat after me. I do hereby and solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and also not tell any fibs, or else I'll get in real big trouble and have no dessert forever and ever.
Right. What he said.
Now, Mr. Bear, I know this has been a terrible ordeal for you. Oh, it has. No one will know what I've been through. Oh, the horror!
Objection, Your Honor. The witness is stealing lines from the movies.
Sustained. Mr. Bear is sworn to tell the truth.
The truth? You can't handle the truth.
Objection.
Mr. Bear, we've had enough with that joke. You may continue.
I know this will be painful, but could you please relate to us the events that led to this tragic day? I'll try. Well, it started like every morning in our house. Happy, cheerful, and peaceful. Good morning, my happy, cheerful, and peaceful family. How is everyone this happy, cheerful, and peaceful morning?
Good morning, my handsome and happy husband. Everything is as bright and cheerful as always in our happy little home.
Good morning, my happy and cheerful father. It's always so good to see you in our peaceful and happy home.
Thank you, Mama Bear. Thank you, Baby Bear. My goodness, what is that delicious smell? Could it possibly be another one of Mama Bear's delicious yet nutritious breakfasts?
It certainly is, my sweet little babu. It's your favorite breakfast of all time.
Not.
Yes, Daddy, we're having porridge. It's my favorite breakfast, too.
And mine too. Now let's all sit down at the table for a healthy, hearty start to this wonderful, peaceful, average day.
This is just about the best porridge I ever tasted.
She's sure right, honey. Nobody makes porridge as good as you.
Oh, Pasha, you two are just being silly. Although I will admit that it is rather tasty if I do say so myself.
Gosh, I sure am happy we're all a happy and peaceful family and that nothing horrible is going to happen today to forever change our lives in a horrible and awful manner, from which we shall never fully recover, no matter how much money we might win in a lawsuit.
You said it, pumpkin. And that was how the whole tragic day started. If only I had known what lay ahead. We all share your pain, Mr. Bear. We have no further questions. This unfortunate soul.
Miss Wombat, you may cross-examine.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, Mr. Bear, isn't it true that on the morning of the alleged break-in, you and your family had a nice, quiet, peaceful breakfast of yummy porridge?
Yes. It was the last peaceful day I'd had since then.
Thank you, Mr. Bear. You may step down. I have no further questions for you.
Miss Wombat, am I to understand that you have no further questions for this witness?
No, Your Honor, for you see, I have a surprise for you that will prove Papa Bear is a liar!
You can't call me a liar! I'll sue you, shyster!
Order in this court. Very well, Miss Wombat. You may call your next witness.
The defense calls Miss Baby Bear.
Do you swear to truth the whole tale, and in that telling of that truth, leave out only those things which themselves are not the truth, which may be misconstructed as the truth, or any proximity thereof, so help yourself?
Yeah.
Miss Bear?
I prefer Miss Bear, and please don't refer to me as baby. I now use the name Tiffany. That's with 2 eyes.
Yes, well, Mrs. Tiffany Bear, did you hear your father, Mr. Papa Bear's testimony, and do you in fact concur with his account?
Huh?
Is what your father said true?
No, it's all lies. I tell you, it's all lies. It never happened that way.
Order in this court.
I'll have a ham and Swiss on rye with a chocolate milkshake.
Do you want fries for that?
I prefer onion.
Objection, Your Honor! That's the oldest joke in the world, and it's not even that funny!
Overruled. You may continue.
So Mrs. Tiffany, perhaps you could tell the jury what really happened that morning?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Well, it all began like every morning at our house. before the garbage man comes. You missed the last 4 weeks, and the neighbors are starting to complain.
Why can't the kid take the trash out?
Haven't you dressed on? I can't get it all like icky with yucky trash.
Ugh, guess you're right about that trash. It is starting to stink.
That's not the trash. That's your breakfast.
Oh no! Not porridge!
Patty, stop having a cow. All the kids at school think you're some kind of weirdo or something.
But I hate porridge! Why do we have to have porridge?
Because it was your turn to cook breakfast and he slept in again.
Why was it my turn to make breakfast?
I told you yesterday, I have a big meeting with a client today, and don't forget, you have to take Tiffany to the mall to buy a prom dress.
I hate them all.
Well, too bad. Traffic is miserable this morning, and I have to be at the subway by 7. Have some porridge!
I hate porridge! Why can't we have some ham, or sausage, or steak, or fried eggs, or kielbasa?
You know I'm vegetarian. I don't believe in eating animals.
You're a bear! That's what bears do! We eat animals!
So gross. Anyways, Papa, you know what Dr. Prostrate said about your cholesterol? Porridge is fat-free and has a lot of fiber for you know what. Now let's all sit down and eat.
Ow! It's too hot! How many times have I told you not to cook it in the microwave?
Oh, mine is stone cold. How many times have I told you to fix that thing? Baby, Tiffany, how's yours?
I can't eat breakfast, Mother. I'll get too fat.
You have to eat something.
Mom!
For the love of Mike, can't we just cook some leftover pizza?
Yes.
And so, Mrs. Bear, that's what really happened that morning?
No! It's all lies, I tell you, it's all lies! She's just mad because I wouldn't let her buy the prom dress she wanted because it was too short!
It's not too short. All the other girls are wearing them.
Maybe, but those girls ain't going to no prom.
Order, order. Order in the scorn. Bailiff, does this have anything to do with the plot?
I don't think so.
Alright, knock it off, you two. Baby Bear, you may step down.
My name is Tiffany.
Miss Muffinhead, you may call your next witness.
Your Honor, don't I get to cross-examine Baby Bear?
Nah, I read that part of the script and it's boring. Move on.
The prosecution calls Chief Detective Inspector Sergeant Zachary Clorox.
Chief Detective... something Zachary Clorox. Do you affirm that you're not now, nor have ever been, a bad liar guy, or some other stinky thing till death do us apart?
Sure, whatever. I don't know.
Officer Clorox, could you tell the members of the jury where you're stationed and what your duties are?
Certainly. I'm currently stationed in the 15th precinct just north of the Magic Castle in Jane Forest. I'm in charge of seeing all crimes involving dragons, fairy godmothers, evil sorcerers, talking animals, and professional athletes.
And could you tell the jury what happened on the morning of March 24th?
I was returning to the precinct after investigating reports of wolf accosting women-carrying goodies when I heard a great commotion.
Help! Help! It's the communists! It's the communists! Call 911! Call the Marines! Call the Air Force! Call Oprah!
Comrade said, Madam, I'm a policeman person. I'll do my utmost to protect you and your property. Now,
Yes!
no problem.
The communists have invaded my house!
Communists?
Well, maybe not the communists. Maybe Imperial, stormtroopers, the Wicked Witch of the West, or Godzilla, or liberals, but somebody has broken into our house!
Take a chill, Mother. It's not like you don't have insurance. Besides, it's not that bad at all. I checked, and all my books are alright.
Mama! There's a strange blonde girl in our bed!
Objection! This is supposed to be a children's show.
Sustained. We don't want any emails from parents in the audience. Mr. Bear, please rephrase that last statement.
Mama! There's someone in our house!
I proceeded to enter the domicile with a weapon at the ready, and observing someone under the covers, I quietly calmly instructed them to come out.
Freeze! This is the police! Don't move or shoot! You're busted!
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! I didn't do it! It's not my fault! Society's to blame! I didn't do it! You got the wrong person! I plead the fifth! I was playing golf!
further investigation, it was determined that a large amount of porridge had been taken, a chair had been smashed, and a very rare antique clock valued at $25,000 was missing.
We don't have a clock worth $25,000.
Honey, shh! What the insurance company doesn't know won't hurt them.
I then proceeded to arrest the suspect, one Miss Goldilocks, aka Goldilocks, aka Goldilocks, and upon having done my duties, I returned to the station to await another call from a desperate and frightened citizen. Also, Bugs Bunny was on.
Thank you for your brave and true testimony. I know I speak for all of us when I say thank you. Your witness.
Sergeant, isn't it true just in half an hour before you arrived at the Bear's house, you were in fact at Rapunzel's Hut O' Donuts?
Well, yes, I did stop there for a quick bite.
In fact, officer, I have a here sworn statement that on the morning of March 24, you ate 13 dozen donuts in a space of 30 minutes. Isn't that true?
Well, I didn't keep track. I'm not really.
Is it true or not?
It's true. I'm addicted to donuts. I'm addicted to donuts.
Isn't it true that you were so filled with cream filling, lemon filling, chocolate frosting, sprinkled down those little coconut things that you were so unable to even button your pants?
It's lies. I tell you, it's all lies.
Isn't it so true that you were filled with junk food that day that you don't even know what happened?
No, I tell you, she did it. She did it.
No further questions.
You may step down, officer. But before you go, do you have any maple donuts in you? I'm hungry and go. Sorry. Say, bailiff, I'm quite hungry. How about some barbecue chips? Yeah.
Your Honor, I really must object.
On what grounds?
I hate barbecue flavored potato chips.
Oh, and babe. I want some Coke too, but not Pepsi. Say, is the trial over yet?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so ask him. Let me ask him.
The prosecution will call its next witness.
How can we keep having to do all these witnesses?
Call the big bad wolf. Call one of the three little pigs. Raise your right hoof and swear, I do promise to be faithful, brave, and kind. E-I-E-I-O.
Oink.
Would you state your name for the court, please?
I'm one of the three little pigs.
And which pig are you?
I'm the one who did not get eaten by the wolf.
Very well, Miss Pig, who did not get eaten by the wolf. Could you tell us of a conversation you had with Miss Goldilocks on the night just before the break-in took place?
Sure. She came into my restaurant. I own a rib joint. Anyway, she came around 7 o'clock on the night of the 23rd.
Say, give me 4 or 5 racks of ribs to go. Make it snappy. I ain't got all night.
Beef or pork ribs?
Which do you recommend?
Personally, I prefer the beef ribs.
Okay, give me 6 racks of beef ribs, 5 racks of pork ribs, 10 pounds of coleslaw, and 6 pounds of beans.
Wow, there must be some party you're throwing.
What party? That's my dinner.
You can't eat all that food yourself. You'll explode, especially with 10 pounds of beans.
Hey, mind your own business, pig. I'm a growing girl. Speaking of food, do you know any place around here where a girl can get a decent breakfast by the morning?
Well, there's Rapunzel Hut's O' Donuts.
Nah, I hate donuts. There's always too many coppers hanging around in donut shops anyways, if you catch my drift. Now what I really likes in the morning is a big fat bowl of porridge. Any place around here where I can get a bowl of porridge?
No, ma'am. No place around here. I'm afraid you have to do without your porridge.
Don't sweat it, Porky. I'll get my porridge. One way or another, I'll get my porridge, alright?
Sure, whatever you say. That'll be 86 and 87 cents for the ribs.
Gee, Spam Boy. I seem to be a little short on cash right now. I'll tell you what. See you later. Stop! Thief! Thief!
And then she ran out with my ribs. My brother's ribs, to be exact.
And is the woman who took your ribs and talked to you about porridge in this courtroom now?
Yes, she is.
Would you point her out for court?
It's her. It's the defendant. It's Goldilocks. She's the one.
It's lies. It's all lies, I tell ya.
Order, order. Order in this court.
Hey, that's my job. Nothing, just to hide out, eh?
Sorry, Your Magnificence.
Prosecution rests.
Very well. I find the defendant guilty and sentence her to 100 years in hard labor. Court adjourned.
Your Honor, the defense has to call its witness.
Oh, do we really have to?
Yes.
But hurry up. Family Guy's on at 4:30.
The defense calls Dr. Lester Candle III to the stand.
Lean to the left, lean to the right, stand up, sit down. Fight, fight, fight.
I do.
Doctor, isn't it true that you are a witness expert and used to work in the FBI crime lab? Is that not correct?
Yes, that is entirely correct.
And could you tell the jury what exactly you were an expert in?
I'm an expert in testing and analyzing porridge.
And did you in fact test and analyze the porridge found in the bear's house?
Yes, and I have set up a demonstration to explain my findings. As you can see, I had 3 samples of porridge collected from the bear's house by Officer Clorox.
And what exactly did this test show?
Well, as you can see by this chart, the temperature of the porridge is directly conversed with the enzymes produced in the saliva of a middle-aged bear when exposed to climatic fluctuations.
Doctor, could you explain that a little more clearly?
No, I couldn't, but I could do my demonstration.
Very well, Doctor. Please proceed.
Well, Papa Bear testified that his porridge was perfect, but if you taste this, you'll see how this couldn't be true.
It tastes like it's rotten.
Exactly, it is rotten.
Then why'd you have me eat it?
You said to do my demonstration. Now, the fact that this porridge has gone rotten proves that it was in fact too hot when it was served, or else all the bacteria and germs couldn't have grown. Now, if you'll taste Mama Bear's porridge.
That's even worse than the first.
Correct, because Mama Bear's porridge was served too cold, and it has all these little green bugs and slimy things that smell bad. Now, we have proof that Papa Bear was lying about his porridge being perfect. Miss Wombat, are you okay? You don't look too well.
Objection, Your Honor! Wombat is trying to get the jury's sympathy by dying.
Sustained. Miss Wombat, please stop dying. You should call your next witness.
Very well. The defense calls Marilyn the Big Bad Wolf.
Two, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Goldilocks, Goldilocks.
Please state your name for the court.
I are Merwin the Big Bad Wolf.
And could you please tell us why you believe the defendant, Goldilocks, is innocent of the crime of which she is accused?
Yes, I can.
Well, tell us.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yes, I know that Goldilocks is innocent of this crime which she is accused of, this, because she was with me on the very day that she supposedly done this crime, so which she did not commit because she was with me. The end.
So Goldilocks was with you the entire day?
I just said that.
Goldilocks was with you the entire day?
Yes, I was trying to see a Red Riding. I was heading to a library when I saw Goldilocks sitting at the side of the road.
Why, hello, Mern, my old friend. How are you today?
Hello, Goldilocks, my close personal friend. I'm doing fine. I was just heading to the library. Would you like to spend the entire day with me, never once leave my side, till you can be accused of committing a crime?
Why, yes, Mern, the Big Bad Wolf, my close personal friend. I would love to spend the entire day with you, not once leaving your side. Shall we go to the library and never go near any house that belongs to some bears?
Certainly, old friend. Let us be off at this moment.
Thank you, Merwin, for your true and most believable testimony. Your witness.
Mr. Wolf, did you really spend the entire day with Goldilocks?
Yes, I did.
And isn't it true that being an animal you can't read?
That
is true.
Then why would you go to the library?
There was free Wi-Fi.
The police questioned you 4 months ago. Why didn't you tell them that you had been with Goldilocks all day?
I thought they were talking about a different Goldilocks.
Isn't it true that you're secretly in love with Goldilocks, and that's why you're telling these lies? To save her from going to jail.
It's all lies, I tell you, it's all lies!
Do you love Goldilocks?
Yes, I do love her, I do!
We have no further questions.
This is getting really good. Hush now, are we done yet?
No, the defense just has to call its last witness. The defense calls Goldilocks to the stand.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me.
Maybe. Now, Goldilocks, I know this will be extremely difficult to you, but could you relate to us, as simply and as truthfully as possible, what happened on the morning of March 24th?
Well, I was walking along, minding my own business, when I seen this cottage here. It was real pretty and all.
So you did see the Bear's cottage. Did you walk past it, or did you do something else?
Well, okay, so I went into the house. I admit I know it wasn't right, but I did it anyway. But it wasn't a steal night, and I swear it. I had to go to the bathroom. I was out in the woods, all alone. There wasn't a gas station or 7-Eleven within miles. Not that 7-Eleven lets you use the bathroom anyway. As I was saying, I called out, I rang the bell, but no one answered. Then I sees the door wasn't locked. So I figured I'd just push the door open a little, maybe see if someone was home. And it popped right open. And I walked in, and that's when I saw it. If I'd have known that was there, I would have never gotten in. You gotta believe me, you just gotta.
What was there?
It was the porridge!
Miss Locks, do you have a problem with porridge?
Well, ever since I was a little girl, my mom always made me finish all my porridge. And if I didn't, I couldn't watch no cartoons or read no comic books. Now, whenever I see a bowl of porridge, I get this urge, you follow? I ain't got no control, see, I just got to eat all the porridge, I just got to. You gotta believe me, I ain't got no control.
Your Honor, the defense evidence from a therapist recommended that Goldilocks suffers from a parental syndrome, which makes her not responsible for her actions in the Bear's cottage.
Objection, Your Honor!
On what grounds?
That evidence is totally ridiculous, irrelevant, false, misleading, unsubstantiated, and immaterial.
So?
So it shouldn't be allowed.
Don't be such a party pooper. You may continue on that.
So, Mrs. Locks, what happened after you consumed the porridge?
Well, after I was done eating all the porridge, I was consumed with horrible guilt. I just felt awful. So, I decided I'd wait for the Bears to come home, and I'd make full restitution and like that. So I waited, and waited, and they never came. Then, I was getting real sleepy. I was just eating about 15 pounds of porridge. So, I figured I'd just get myself a little rest until the Bears come home, and I'd make full restitution like that. So I waited. So I went on the bed, the kids' bed, because I can't sleep on no water bed like her folks had. Next thing I know, there's all this screaming I'm getting busted by this copper with donut breath. And that's the whole and complete honest truth. Cross my heart, stick waffles in my eye.
What about the chair, Miss Locks?
What chair? Look, I don't know nothing about no chair. First time I ever heard about that chair was when the copper was asking me about it at the station.
Alright, Goldilocks, why did you smash that chair?
Look, I didn't smash no chair, it's lies.
Thank you, Miss Poor, sweet, innocent Locks. Your witness mean nasty cruelty?
Objection, Your Honor. That big goof can't call me names.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you're both big goofs. Now please continue.
Okay, Goldilocks. You say you never saw the chair that was broken.
No, never set my eyes upon it.
The prosecution calls Chief Detective Inspector Sergeant Zachary Forbes.
Clorox, come back. We need you.
The people would like to present Exhibit 678, the chair that was found smashed in Red's residence. Officer Clorox, do you recognize this chair?
Yes, that's the chair Bill just brought in.
No, have you seen the chair before?
Yes, that's the chair that was found destroyed at the scene of the crime.
And where was it located?
Next to the dining room table.
And in your expert opinion, as an official police person, could anyone have eaten at that dining room table without seeing the chair?
Oh no, surely not.
Aha! Gotcha now! Goldilocks sat in that chair and destroyed it in a fit of malicious vandalism.
The defense recalls Merwin the Big Bad Wolf.
Hey, Merwin, my main man, we need you back here.
Merwin, how long has he known the defendant, Goldilocks?
I have known her for 11 years.
And in all those years of knowing Goldilocks, have you ever seen her sit down?
No, I have not seen her sit down because she cannot sit down because she was injured in the war and cannot sit down.
Aha! It surely couldn't have been Goldilocks because Goldilocks cannot sit down.
But she's sitting down right now.
I had an operation and I'm better now.
Prosecution calls Dr. Kennelup to the stand.
Ollie, oxen free.
Dr. Kennelup, did you do some really big science tests on this chair?
Oh yeah, in my lab that has like really cool test tubes.
And what did it show?
The chair was covered in porridge.
Aha!
The defense recalls Papa Bear to the stand.
Red Rover, send Papa Bear back over.
Papa Bear, isn't it true that you usually ate porridge in that chair?
No way, nuh-uh. I categorically deny it. No way, Jose,
Do you realize if you're telling a lie, you could go to jail?
Really? Yes. In that case, yes, I did sometimes eat porridge in that chair.
Aha!
Mr. Bear, did you eat porridge in that chair the morning of the break-in?
No, I did not, because it was too hot. Also, I wanted some ham or steak or fried eggs or kielbasa or...
We recall Baby Bear to the stand.
We don't know the whole what needs to come up at this point.
Baby Bear. Tiffany. Was the chair going when your family left the house that morning?
Dad, do I get to buy that new dress?
No, it's too short!
Then I don't remember.
You are grounded as soon as we get home!
Dad!
That doesn't mean anything.
Does too?
Does not.
Does too?
Does not.
Does too?
Does not.
Get out! Cut it out, both of you. This case is very serious, and will not have any of this foolishness in my court. Now the court recalls the pig to the stand. Now, Miss Pig, did you or did you not testify in the court that you own and operate a rib joint?
Yes, that is correct.
Good. I want to slaw on a slack of ribs.
Objection.
Oh, you're telling no fun. All right, is she guilty or innocent?
Guilty!
You two can't agree on anything. Wait a minute. Now that I think about it, there's a witness we haven't called yet. And I believe this witness could hold the key to this whole case.
Well, who is it?
Who's what?
Who's the witness?
Oh, the court recalls Mama Bear to the stand.
R-O-W-D-I-E. That's how we spell rowdy. Rowdy. Woo, let's go rowdy.
Woo!
Now, Miss Bear, the court has not yet heard from your perspective what happened on that fateful day on March 24th.
Well, we were coming home as usual.
Mama, you should see this dress! It's more like a scarf than a dress!
I don't think I'm just, I look like a mutant. All my friends are getting it.
Besides, it's $200! $200 and it's smaller than my hanky!
If I don't get that dress, I'm gonna go in my room and lock myself in my room dinner. What are we having, dear?
How do I know?
It was your turn to cook breakfast, dinner. Don't tell me you forgot.
No, I remembered.
Then what are we having?
We are having Pop-Tarts.
That does it. You two stay here while I get my purse. So I walked into the house and I saw that all the porridge had been eaten and there was a strange girl in our bed.
What about the destroyed chair?
The chair?
Yeah, it wasn't broken when you left, right?
So Goldilocks didn't break the chair.
What did happen to the chair?
Well, alright, it's all lies, I tell you, it's all lies. I did it, I confess, I can't stand it anymore. I did it, I broke the chair. I always hated that chair. It was ugly and ripped, and it clashed with the wallpaper. But Papa would never let me get rid of it. So when I saw that Goldilocks had eaten all the porridge and fallen asleep, I knew that I could smash the chair and frame her for it. So I smashed it up with a few karate chops and ran out yelling for the police. I'm sorry, but I never meant for anyone to get hurt. I just really, really hated that chair. I'm a bad bear.
Well, at least we have the truth. On one hand, we have Papa Bear, who did not prepare dinner for his family. On the other hand, we have the witnesses, who are all kind of goofy. And on the other hand, we have Goldilocks, who did eat porridge that didn't belong to her, with her back to her. And on the other hand, we have the lawyers, who are really annoying. So with the power invested in me, I sentence you all to 50 years in Huskow.
What? You can't do that!
I can't?
No!
How about I just go to the pig's place and have some lunch?
Well, do you have porridge there?
No.
And I'm in.
Can we get donuts along the way?
I get to sit next to Goldilocks.
I better still get paid.
Can't eat anything else, you're too fat.
As long as I don't have to cook.
I'll show you an experiment with beans and eggs.
I hope they're video games.
But I didn't get to make my big speech.
Well, looks like I beat the rap to this one. But let this be a lesson to you. Don't use around going into Bear's house and eating all their porridge. You'll get into lots of trouble. Take it from me. Now, I'll be off to lunch. But before I leave, let me get myself a little souvenir. Make sure you don't tell nobody, okay?
Hey, thief! Hey, get back! Hey! Get back!
Well, looks like I got to be going. But remember, crime don't pay.
Get back here! Hey! Hey!